Okay, can see my public defender?
Good morning, Mr. Hinton. Good morning.
He said good morning, Judge. He's very soft-spoken.
Okay, all right.
I seen in the video about my grandson, I seen two scared people. I seen the officer scared, and I seen my grandson scared. So it's an unfortunate incident that happened. So that's all I seen. It was like, I didn't see the police there trying to kill. No. What I seen was two persons made a mistake. My grandson made a mistake being there, and the officer, he was trying to get back to his family too.
We're also learning more new information tonight. Hinton's family says he attended Don High School before it shut down. He was not in school at the time of his death. Family and attorneys didn't dispute otherwise that Hinton was sitting in a stolen car with him at the time of the incident. His cousin says, however, he should not have been in that stolen car because he was locked out of the house the night before.
And I was asleep. Ryan, I'm so sorry. This was never supposed to happen to you. Ever. I'm so sorry, Ryan. I'm so sorry, Ryan. Just know he won't put a beater.
Yes, I don't know what exactly is even going on. Recently, Black people are celebrating on social media and declare a father a hero simply because he takes away the life of a sheriff because of his son. His son was taken down because I don't know if it's a car theft. This father came back and did something unthinkable. When you take a look at this article, I recently saw extremely concerning. People get crazy. Sometimes, authority in Ohio said a man purposely struck and take away a sheriff deputy the day after his teen was fatally taken down by police.
Leading the way on this investigation for us, she's live right now, walking us through the video. Hi, Danielle.
Hi there, Mike. This video is very fast. We're talking about 6 seconds. 6 seconds from the time that officer got out of his vehicle and fired those shots. I do want to warn you, what you're about to watch could be hard to see.
They heard the metal from the firearm hit the concrete. This individual gets up, still has the firearm in his hand.
The officer who fired the shots was chasing another suspect before he made contact with the armed suspect.
The officer who did discharge his firearm said that when the individual came out between the dumpsters, he had the firearm in front of him. It was in like a bladed position, and it was pointed at the officer. And he felt threatened for his life, and that's why he discharged.
4 to 5 rounds were fired. The suspect was hit twice, given medical care right away, and died. The AG says this is the suspect had a semi-automatic with an extended magazine, with another magazine in his pocket.
Let me be very direct. We cannot allow individuals to flee from officers with a loaded firearm aimed at them. When this happens, the outcome is almost always tragic.
Yes, before I show you this video, let me say this. These individuals were in a stolen vehicle, so the officers struggled to approach that vehicle. The guys started running. They wanted to escape, and he had that firearm in his hand, pointed it to the officer. And when you look at a situation like this, the end result is always this. And you will see some people coming out to play victim. I don't know how true this story is. I'm reporting on what I learned about this whole situation. What I see now on social media, people putting out videos about this whole thing, it just justifies what I've been saying for over a long time. It's crazy. If you love what I'm doing here, please subscribe, share the video if possible.
Of killing a Hamilton County deputy with the car is headed back to court. Rodney Hinton Jr. is charged.
That's right. He is being held with no bond, but that could change. WLWT News 5's Ryan Hinton is live tomorrow with tomorrow's hearing. Hi, Brian.
Yeah, Ashley, prosecutors want Hinton to be held in jail with no bond until the trial. In order to get that, they have to have this special no bond hearing. That's tomorrow, one that could reveal evidence that we normally wouldn't see at this stage in the case.
In a way that was calculated and premeditated.
Rodney Hinton Jr. appears in court.
And purposely caused the death of an on-duty deputy sheriff.
Here, he got a room filled with tension and charges of aggravated, but there's something he didn't get: bond.
In this case, they're asking for no bond. They're essentially asking that the court deny any type of bail.
Investigators say Hinton slammed his vehicle into this pole and recently retired Hamilton County Deputy Larry Henderson. Henderson, who was working a special detail for UC graduation, was killed during a car theft. Shortly after this body cam of that incident was released is when the deputy was hit.
This isn't a whodunit. This is a does his actions, qualify for aggravated.
Philibom is a former prosecutor. He says a high bond, even millions of dollars, might not be enough to keep Hinton in jail, so prosecutors want this specific no bond hearing.
Recently, there's been some changes with the internet and raising money that can allow someone to get out if they have these high bonds.
You have this crowdsourcing or GoFundMe or something like that, where all of a sudden they're able to raise money for criminal defense attorneys or even bond.
We could see things like body cam, or maybe there's a camera on that pole where this all happened. We might even see that.
Absolutely.
The no bond hearing won't prove the charges against Hinton, but it could show how prosecutors plan to do it and how the defense will try to stop it. Yeah, now the law to have this no bond hearing's been on the books since 2004. Before that, a judge could just say no bond without an extra hearing. But now the burden of proof is much higher, and that's why we may see evidence we wouldn't normally see at this stage. Reporting live, Brian Hemrick, WLWT News 5.
Ryan, thanks so much. Well, the hearing to determine if Hinton gets bond begins at 9 tomorrow morning.
Yes, we have seen the trend where people are now being divided. This doing this, supporting because of skin color, raising money as a result of cases like this. We saw what happened recently, and even still going on. I don't want to go into the case of Camilo. That has just been a thing going on. He did a bad thing, and some black people are still there telling us this man is a hero. This happened because of what happened to his son a day after he took a decision to take away a sheriff's life. That doesn't justify.
Look.
And I'm going to just say y'all like this. Rodney mother Hinton Jr. is a hero. Power to my mother people. Free my mother brother. Time about. You take one of ours, we take 10 of yours. You lucky he only took one. You talking about. And I don't promote violence, but at the end of the day, if I watch a mother footage of my son being unalived and y'all lied to me, what the you think I'm gonna do? What the you think I'm gonna do? Y'all couldn't have thought in y'all mother rabbit ass man that y'all was gonna lie to that man, and that man seen on that tape that boy was running in his hand, and y'all unalived that boy. Straight unalived that boy for shit in this world. So hell yeah, I'm riding with Rodney. Hell yeah, we riding with Rodney. Tonight we ride with Rodney.
They shot and killed his son, and he took it upon himself to get in his car and run into a police deputy, and he unalived him also. Y'all didn't hear unalive my child, somebody getting unalived. Can't say the other word. Hamilton County, Ohio Police Department unalived this 18-year-old. Said he had a gun in his hand. When the parents went and watched the video from the cam, from the body cam, and he saw his son being murdered without even seeing his son pull out anything, that baby was just running. They said he didn't pull out no weapon. That was that man's intentions to get that baby unalive by saying he pulled out. So after they went watched the body cam, his dad went straight and got in his car and ran into full force, ran into a police deputy and unalived him. When they got to the hospital, he was gone. And they tried to intimidate that man by having like 30 police, him walking through 30 police. You know what he did? He tucked his chin up high and he looked at every one of their face. He ain't got nothing to lose. Y'all already took his child from him for no reason. Bitch, I would look every one of y'all in the face too like y'all was gonna intimidate that man.
I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. I stand with Rodney Hinton Jr. because for officers to pew a young man in the back when he didn't brandish a weapon, but he threw that weapon, because you can see it in the video, and blaming him for having that weapon, saying he pointed it at him, so that justified them pewing. Now, this is a message for my niggas and my niggas only. If you call the police, if you get involved with the police, if you have aggressive officers that live in your neighborhood, your city, your county, whatever, these officers are set up to hunt. These officers are set up to and then ask questions later. So with that being said, my men out here, if you choose to run from the police and you end up not being able to escape them, please continue to have your hands up, because they will scream. I promise you, they will scream that they think you have a pew. They think you have a pew.
Especially over the past week, has been overwhelming. The lies and their amplification.
This is not going to end. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Good.
If you see any clips after this, that is just for the YouTube algorithm.
What if he says self-defense?
There's no self-defense because it's still coming in.
This is definitely a self-defense case because it always is one until you look at the fact.
Oh, what might happen to her?
Followers for anything, and then the
Registration Act is
talking about this man, Killmonger.
My summary of the first 100 days is that
if film and TV productions continue to
first term, and you will be very.
Somebody has